Locked it. Okay.
What? It's I locked it. It's locked.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Good morning.
Morning.
It's going to be our last podcast for this year
Yeah, it's the
from
last
this location.
This
Maybe we're going to have
location.
another one,
Yeah, maybe we'll
but I'm
look
not
up
sure. But from this location, it's going to be the last one for this
Yeah.
year. So either we'll see you all next year,
right,
or
we'll see them somewhere from between Crown Heights and Uman or something like this.
we should do it. We should do a podcast when you're in the oil and I'm in the Tzion. All right.
Okay.
So, it's this is the end of the year, and we don't have much longer time to make discussions about Melech Basada because he's going back to the palace really
Yeah,
soon.
the king's in the field now. It goes back. Well, Rosh Hashanah is the big show, right?
No wonder I love camping.
Yeah, the field. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Dalit.
11. Because talking about the Melech Basada, we took a break from Torah and Vav. So because I don't know, I just felt to do something special.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about Torah Yud Da. כשהאדם מתפלל בשדה, אזי כל העשבים כולם באים בתוך התפילה. ומסייעים לו ונותנים לו כוח בתפילתו. וזה בחינת שנקרא התפילה שיחה. בחינת שיח השדה. As it says in the Bereshit, right? שיח השדה.
So no. So it's no.
שכל שיח השדה נותנים כוח וסיוע בתפילתו. Okay? All right. So basically what he's telling us here, that when a person...
Wait, let's do the word for a translation.
Why?
It's important for people to know exactly what he's saying. And then we'll talk about it. But let's still know inside also.
Okay.
So no, right? When a person
not
prays,
know, you should know.
You should know.
That the person...
No. Know this. Know this.
Know this.
When a person
davens in the field,
yeah,
all the vegetarian,
all the
vegetation, all of them are coming into his davening and helping him and giving him energy in the davening.
Yeah.
Right? Like a kind of a...
They're helping, they're pushing.
Energy.
Yeah, they're helping.
And this is the concept that calls, this is why we call the davening sicha, right? Right?
Yeah.
Siach.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's prinas siach hasode. As he said in Bereshit, siach hasode. Shekol siach hasode noitning koyach v'siyah betfilosoi.
So it means siach hasode.
Huh?
The
talking of
the
davening of the davening of the sode is giving him also. You know, all the, right? You have a Sheperek Shira.
Yeah.
So all of them coming.
Everything has a song.
So you have their time that they davening, right? And also when you're going in the field and davening,
they're joining
as well, and they're giving you more uplifting.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Now, so basically, what he's saying is, I don't know why I like to do it more, but now we did the one.
But here's what's interesting, especially because you take this, and in light of the fact that we spoke about the idea that Sodeh doesn't just mean, because you thought, Sodeh means so fine, so let me go to the park now and daven. Not that that's a bad thing, because what he's saying is literal also. No, he's saying is literal also, right?
Right.
It's a good thing. In fact, we know the Baal Shem Tov used to go in the forest and daven, and many other used to go. But we spoke about a Sodeh means in your field, meaning in your... Meaning when you're davening.
No. This is actually he means.
No, he means in the field.
It means.
But I'm saying, but a field also means.
No, over here it doesn't mean your workplace. No, it doesn't mean your workplace.
I don't mean like.
He's actually.
I don't mean you're going to your job.
He actually
your workplace, but in your everyday life.
He actually talks specifically to get out of your place.
Yeah.
And if you can't go out to the actual forest and field, make a makom kavua, make a special place that is going to be your field, but. It needs to be in a
right. This is why even it says even.
So maybe you're right.
Maybe even in a shul, right? Even in a shul,
he says
there's an Indian to daven in the same. This is where I daven. I daven by this spot.
I thought this is so you can somebody.
But by the way, it's the same. That's the same idea too, though. Why the same spot? Meaning because the field is my everyday. Meaning as opposed to I'm davening on Rosh Hashanah, when I'm davening on Tuesday. And I'm out in the world, so to speak. Even if I'm in shul, even if I'm in the field, mamish. But the whole physicality of around you is davening with you.
Right.
It could be the bricks, the house, the whatever. But the physicality is davening with you, which maybe is not exactly the same on Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah is a higher, more of a spiritual.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I hear you. So basically, what he's saying is that when you daven in the Sadeh, we could take it to more fields and more levels. But simply, if you go out in the field and you daven, all the vegetarians
trees, the
around
grass, everything.
you
All
is
the
davening with you. It's giving you power to uplift your davening even more. As he said, and this is the concept. Vayetze Yitzchak lasuach basode, right?
Right.
Yitzchak who did
Means
tikkun mincha.
What does it mean? It literally means what? He went out to speak in the field.
Yep.
Right.
Now we should know something. We all grew up with the concept that Avraham Avinu tikkun shachris, right?
Right.
Yitzchak Avinu tikkun mincha.
Mincha,
Yaakov
yeah.
Avinu tikkun
Ma'ariv,
ma'ariv, right? The nusach that we know of davening didn't come around until Anshe Knesset Agdola.
Right, much later.
Until then, there was no nusach at all.
So meaning it was just the idea that you're going to daven at that time?
You made a davening time, you go talk to the Eibishter,
Right.
Thank him for your life, talk to him about your life, have a discussion. Even if you pay attention to the words of davening, we already don't pay so much attention. Even if we do the translation, we don't pay attention to it. Right. It's talking to Hashem about life, about sorrows, about minamakim korosi, minametzar korosi, tefillah leMoshe Elokim. All of this stuff is like coming and talking to Hashem from your heart. So what happened, Anshe Knesset saw that people already forgetting the practice, how to talk to Hashem from the heart. So they made a takana with their time's language. At the time, it wasn't Lashon HaKodesh, it was Hebrew. Right. It was everybody's day-to-day talking. So for them, it was like, Mamesh Besofa Barua. But for us today, English speaking, Hebrew speaking, it's a little bit harder to pay attention to those words. So
especially if you're familiar with the English Siddurim today.
Right.
I sometimes look in the Hebrew so I understand what the
English
is saying. I don't understand what the English is saying.
So Yitzchak Avinu goes to the Suach Basade. He goes on Mincha time to talk to the Eibishter.
And actually, he was masakin. It means he was the one who started this thing.
Yes.
Avram would daven in the morning. Yitzchak would daven in the morning also because his father was masakin.
That's explained.
And he started in the afternoon also.
On a funny note, that's explained why the Muslims have 5 davening.
Why?
Because they also have Ishmael and Esau.
Okay.
Whatever.
You have to do it, but they don't have Yaakov. They don't have Yaakov. Muhammad.
Okay, Muhammad.
Whatever, somebody there. Right, that was Masakin northern.
Yeah. Anyway.
By Yossi, was Yaakov, and then Yehuda was about to do something, and all his brothers went, no, whoa.
Our wife will kill us. Going to shul 4 times.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah. Anyway, ויצא יצחק לסוח בשדה, שתפילתו הייתה עם סיוע וכוח השדה. That Yitzchak went to daven in the field, that all of his davening came with the energy and the assistance of the field. שכל עשבי השדה נתנו כוח וסיוע בתפילתו כנ"ל. That all the leaves and the trees. So he doesn't talk about trees here. Specifically
he says Asev, which is grass, but Asev also means vegetation.
It's vegetation. Asev is not grass. Asev is all kind of it's everything that is Asev. Grass is deshet.
Right. But Asavim is like also wheat and also
wheat, all this but
more
trees,
broad sense.
Not trees.
In a more broad sense, I think Asavim is just all is
no, it's all
it's like Tomeach.
We have Atze and you have Isve.
Right.
So he specifically talks about the Isve,
grasses,
all the stuff that are lower down. I think.
Yeah.
He keeps specifically
saying Asa. Fine, okay.
עשבי השדה, שכל עשבי השדה נתנו כוח. Why? Because he's learning it from שיח השדה.
Right, not שיח.
Why? Yep. שכל עשבי השדה נתנו כוח, וסיוע בתפילתו כנ"ל, שבשביל זה נקרא תפילה שיחה כנ"ל. And this is why the davening is called תפילה.
You know what's interesting about that? Because you think, so what's...
שבשביל זה נקראת, התפילה נקראת שיח.
Right.
A bush. שיח is a bush.
Oh, שיח השדה is right.
שיח השדה, the bush.
Another interesting also is, wheat, for example, is a kind of Asev, right?
Right.
It's and we know it says that a child doesn't speak until what? Until he eats grain.
Right.
And why? So like the Alter Rebbe explains that because the grain is a speaker. That's where the power of speech comes from, and when the person eats it, he gets that the human child eats it, now he gets that koyach of siach.
Wow.
So it's like another connection with Esav and siach.
שבשביל זה נקראת התפילה שיחה כנ"ל. And this is why the davening is called a bush. Right?
Yeah.
ועל כן בקללה נאמר והאדמה לא תיתן את יבולה. And this is in the Klal and Sefer Dvarim, right? Last week?
Yeah, and Kisavi, yeah.
Last week?
It's the end of Kisavi, so yeah, it's last shot.
והאדמה לא תיתן את יבולה. The land will not give fruit. כי כל יבול הארץ צריכים ליתן כוח וסיוע בתוך התפילה. Because all the growth, the yevul, the how you say yevul?
It's like I'll look in the English shidduch, but I wouldn't understand it.
No, yevul.
It's not gonna give it's
all,
it's like
all the produce, all the
it's
produce,
harvest.
all the produce.
Sort of like it's like it's harvest.
No, harvest is it. All the produce.
Right.
All the produce.
Yeah.
All the produce is dependent on the of the helping with the tefillah. But when you have a pgam, כי אפילו כי כל יבול השדה צריכים לתרום כוח וסיוע בתוך התפילה, because all the produce needs to of the land needs to bring energy into the davening. וכשיש פגם ועיכוב על זה, אזי נאמר והאדמה לא תיתן את יבולה. And when you have a pgam and a delay, this is when it says when the land will not bring his thing, because it's not, you're not there for giving the energy for the davening that you need for that to grow. You need to be grown through giving energy to the davening.
Right. Meaning that's when it gives energy to the davening, so since it now has to give you the davening energy, it has to speak.
So now
and
it's saying
it gives you
so now he's saying what he said earlier.
Yeah.
Now he's jumping back to what you were saying. See? He knew exactly what he knew exactly what you were thinking of. כי אפילו כשאינו מתפלל בשדה, even though you're not davening in the sade, נותנים גם כן יבול כל הארץ סיוע בתפילתו. Even when you're not davening in the field, it's still getting the energy from all the vegetarians.
Things in the field, yeah.
דהיינו, כל מה שסמוך אל האדם, כגון אכילתו ושתייתו כיוצא, everything that is around you when you daven is
like food, your drink, etc.
The closer to the stuff you are, the more energy they're giving it to you. So when you are in the field, רק כשהוא בשדה, שהזי סמוך להם ביותר, אזי כל העשבים וכל יבול האדמה נותנים כוח בתפילתו כנ"ל. So the closer you are
to that
physically, the closest physicality you are to the actual vegetarians,
right. So the more energy he's saying like your food and your drink, meaning to your material all your material stuff.
Yeah,
is giving and now because it's like no, because we already figured out last week that Sota means right. Not only that, Bunim, can you say the thing your father brought from Sefer Gemara?
Let's finish here.
Okay, because this is, but it supports this idea of Sodom. A field also means your physicality, all the things you're involved in on a daily basis. So meaning all the things, which is why arts like in the world doesn't mean that the plants aren't going to give. It means if you're not davening, if you're not listening to the ABC, you're not getting parnasa.
Right.
Because your parnasa is what gives off the energy, and in order for it to give off that energy and to grow, it needs you to daven.
Yes.
Yeah.
וזה יבול ראשי תיבות, ויצא יצחק. Wow.
Right. Yevul yot how?
ויצא יצחק לשיח בשדה.
How is it the Rosh Tevis? Vav Yud.
Lamed Beis.
Okay, it's not in order, but yeah, Yitzchak is Yud. Beis is Basode. Vav is Vayetze. Oh, that's all. Vayetze is Basode. Wow.
שכל יבול השדה יתפללו עמו כנ"ל. זה העניין מבואר היטב במאמר עתיק ובאחרית הספר המתחיל בדף א' עיין שם. Oh, this
is very interesting because now that connects. What did that connect to? Connects to Tikku B'Chovot Shefer.
This is a long term.
Which one? It's a very long one?
It's a long one, but we can do the first part of it.
Let's see, B'Chovot Shefer. So why does he? What's Ayin? I guess in a different one.
Hello. Yeah, me call you 5 minutes, okay? This 10 minutes. I call you, okay? Okay. He's explained. He said that this is explained there. Really, he doesn't. He's
Right.
explained the whole
He
thing.
explains it more, this
More
idea
detail,
there. This idea there. But first of all, just to sum that up, the pastors
Yeah.
is which is interesting. This is exactly it's so funny. Thomas, we were just talking about Melech Basada last
Right.
week. And we were thinking what maybe it means.
See?
So Nachman said you don't have to think
מוות,
maybe.
טעם, ריח,
Yeah.
כל וזה בחינת הנתנותצות, משיח כל הדברים נחלקים מזה,
Yeah.
וזה מעורר טעם וריח, בשביל זה הדבר המגדל כל הצמחים נקרא בשם מוטו.
Right, why it's
He
called.
keeps going into more, he
Right,
said, like, go back there.
But basically, Nachman just said, okay, you don't have to think. Well, whatever you said last week, you don't have to think about it here. Let me explain it to you better. It's a good thought. You're on the right
All right, track.
but let's
So-
explain it better.
So I told, so whoever didn't show up to the shiur last week, please know that I paid attention, okay? Last week we were talking about the Amelech Basada, the whole concept
The
of Amelech
king is in the
Basada.
field.
And we have a discussion because I had a hard life. I'm kidding. A hard moment with understanding how are we supposed to do tshuva about wake up on Rosh Hashanah? Okay, I understand the whole year we're not so involved, but then comes Rosh Hashanah and we do. Oh, Amelech Basada, now go do the and we daven in the morning, we make tshuva,
We
we
gotta go to work.
and then we do blow shofar and
Now I gotta go to work.
now go back to work, go back to your worries. So it was really giving me a hard time. So I'm like, what's the point? Like, let's just get stuck with Rosh Hashanah.
Right, let's
Right?
why won't you
Okay, come
Right.
to Rosh
The
Hashanah,
king
we'll
is in
do
the field.
tshuva.
Where? I'm busy. I'm working. What am I?
So
What do you mean, Melech
we
Basada?
came up with this. We think it's our chiddush, but I'm sure somebody else already came up with it. that the whole point of Amelech Basada is the field.
Right.
You know, the field of medicine, the field of construction, the field. It's wherever people back then.
Specifically when you're at work. That's when he's.
This is
that's
where
when
it comes to visit you on your workplace to give you a ticket for the best show in
The big
town.
show, right? Let's go with that.
Anyway, you can refer to episode 23 to get more details of it. Anyway, I shared it with my father, and my father told me, "Oh, I'm glad you came to this realization because he learned in a Gemara that it says." In the Gemara says that before a person is born, about I think 40 days before he was born, he says ish ploni leploinis.
Right. This one will marry that one.
And bais ploni leploini, like the house of this guy. The ploni leploini. So the simple when you read it, the simple explanation is the house of this guy. We're gonna go to this guy.
Yeah, the field of this guy. Yeah, we'll
Field of this guy will go to this guy. Now, when when you think about it a little bit deeper, so first of all, it's a wonder, because according to the halacha of Chalukah Eretz Yisrael, you can only get a house in Eretz Yisrael, a field in Eretz Yisrael, by Yerusha.
Right.
Right.
Well, you can
can't
buy it, but it reverts back. It's really a lease.
It's a lease.
There's no selling. It's only
There's no selling. You can't sell. So
Right.
the Gemara explains there that it actually means this job. When it says so, the pliny
means
is like
job.
You're gonna get this job. You're gonna work for this guy. You're gonna work in this field. So it's actually even.
It turns out the Gemara.
It's a chizuk. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's an extra player come to support us. So basically, that's what my father said. Right.
So which supports. So this is a release. So in other words, which is good because it's fine to have your own ideas and whatever it is, but as long as it's just your idea, it's just your idea. And when there's a Gemara that's saying it, okay, so then we know it's a
It's a better idea.
okay, so we can actually go with this idea. We can run with this idea now.
Yeah.
And so based on that, we said so what is it? In other words, it turns the whole thing on its head. Not just how am I supposed to connect to the Eibishter? I'm at work. No, that's what Melech Basada means. He comes to you there. And through you accepting him there, that's how you even get the all the revelations of Rosh Hashanah, meaning which means also that's how you get all the brachas for the whole next year, is by accepting him there. And then so now we came to this Tanina.
And it tells you that it gives you the energy for the davening. So Rosh Hashanah comes, and you need to daven, and all those.
And where do you got to daven? In the field. In the field, meaning I'm thinking, how am I supposed to daven? I'm in the middle of my everyday life. No, because all the physical things around you that are involved in your everyday life, your job, your utility bills,
Bring
all
it
of
to
those,
shul
all of
to
those
daven.
come to.
Don't
Right.
bring your
Don't
tools,
bring
but
it,
don't
but
bring your
bring it.
tools, but you
Right.
can come with it. Don't be shy.
Right.
You
No,
come to the
No,
king.
they say when you go to a
be-
game and they say bring it, they don't mean you should bring schlep stuff there. It means bring it.
You go to the king to talk to the king about your life. Don't be shy. Don't come now. Oh, suddenly you're coming up with this nice suit. Who are you? A painter. Be a painter.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. There's last night with the Bach, we were doing a sikha like this. That the question is how is it Rosh Hashanah? On Rosh Hashanah, we're asking for our needs. Wait a second, it's supposed to be we're crowning the king. It should be all about the king, right? And here you're asking for your needs. Crowning the king means I'm completely nullified. I'm completely misbaka to the king. And now what am I doing? I'm asking for my needs. So even in a weekday, it's surprising, right? But at least in a weekday, not on Rosh Hashanah, so the king is involved in running the country, and your needs is part of his country. So fine. But on Rosh Hashanah is the coronation. He's above all that. And here, so the Rebbe explains so what's the answer? The answer is really you're not asking for your own needs. You're asking for your needs to do, because what does it mean to him being a king? It means the whole everybody should know he's a king. And that's by us refining the stuff in the world, which you can only do through refining it.
Right.
They're working in the world. The next question, he says, wait a second. She's telling me every simple guy who comes in, that's his kavanah, that's what he's intending. He says, yeah, because a Jew in his etzim of his soul, really all he wants, meaning all this stuff that we need us and all this, really the reason we're doing any of this, even if we're not consciously thinking, it's because from the essence of our soul, really all we want is to bring him down and reveal him in the world, and to elevate the world to him. Right. So therefore, yeah,
he didn't show up, so we could. So
we're still good.
בעניין האחנועה,
Yeah.
טועים העולם הרבה, כי הלא כמה אנו מייגים עצמנו באבוידס ובתפילה כדי לצאת ממויכין דקטנס למויכין דגדלוס, right? You're trying to get out of this small-minded.
So what is it by achno?
בעניין האחנועה, טועים העולם הרבה, to being humble.
Like humble.
What did you say before?
Like nullified, to be
nullified.
A
lot of the people are mistaking about it.
What's achno means? Like bowing, like literally.
No, it's like
submissive, yeah, submitting, yeah.
כמה אנו מייגים עצמנו בעבודות ובתפילה כדי לצאת ממוחין דגדלות, because we are working and davening and to get ourselves out from this small-minded to big minds, right? ואם כן, אי אפשר שיהיה הכנעה בפשיטות. It cannot be בפשיטוס. כי אם כן, הוא נכנס לקטנוס, because
so we're saying you have to be submissive and like humble.
So if you actually,
the whole point is to go out of the small brain into the big brain.
So it cannot be.
So how can you? So it can't be literally.
You can't be like, oh, I'm submitted.
I'm make myself small.
But then you're back in the small.
Going to a small brain, yeah.
Right? ועל כן בהכרח שיש בזה דעת. ועל כן לאו כל אדם יכול להיות ענב כראוי. רק משה רבנו עליו השלום, הוא היה הענב מכל אדם אשר על פני האדמה. ורבתנו זיכרונה לברכה קראו לענבה שאינו כראוי חנופה.
So awesome. Moshe Rabbeinu, he was the most humble. So, I mean, he had the most hachna from anybody, right?
Yeah.
So
he was the only one.
Yeah. So not everybody could be the ultimate because he was the ultimate. Nobody could be like him.
And the Gemara, and they say, Rabbi Zechon say that whoever is
not
the
prophet
is a chanufa. Is like he says. כמו שאמרו רבותינו זיכרונם לברכה על ירמיהו הנביא, שהיה ענב נגד הנביא שקר חנניה, ואמר לו בהכנעה, אמן, כן יעשה השם. אמרו רבותינו זיכרונם לברכה, כל המחניף וכו', לסוף נופל ביד. Basically,
so that's called machnif, meaning whoever's not an onav the proper way.
Yeah, the real onav. So if you're onav and you know it, and you're like, oh, I'm humbling myself to you. So basically, you're not real onav. You're basically a mischanev.
Right.
So the real way of being onav.
There's how is there a you to be an onav if you're the Eibishter's?
How could you be onav?
How could I be making myself to some? How can you be making yourself to somebody else?
So why I jumped there?
There's no you to be humble.
I jumped there because you were saying that you're bringing the.
I think your share is finished, Mister.
How do I talk about my stuff and my shana? Because
right.
We are part of the. All right.
Okay, everybody have a great day.
It's finished.